It's mid-December, Friday the 13th actually. Already had some bad luck today. Fell down the dang stairs at work, but so this morning the 18 pointer was at this corn up until like 7 o'clock, which is like right at daylight or right before daylight. And coincidentally, I actually did the same exact thing last year. Well, last year I saw him right at dark and almost shot him. I mean, he had his head sticking out in the opening and just see rack, you know, and he stepped forward and put his head down, and when I didn't have that white frame of reference, he disappeared. But he ended up shedding that night. But anyway, hopefully he don't do that this year. But anyway, I figured staying there till right at daylight, he's got to be bedded close. It's 45 degrees right now, been raining all day. So anyway, I mean, really ideal conditions for a deer to move. It's kind of finally starting to slack up a little bit. So got a pretty good walk ahead of me. I figured I'd get this work van stuck out here. Still ain't got my truck fixed. Supposed to get it next week. I didn't run any deer off that I know of, which is a good sign because the 18 pointer is notorious for bedding down. Like if I got corn out, they'll bed down right next to it and run off when I walk in. So last year, by the end of December, he switched over to a spot in the swamp and he was very visible. So anyway, hopefully he don't shed, but if he does, I've got his old rack, so I'll get him mounted with it if I have to. I'm checking a camera I put up specifically for a deer I call the Baby 13. This is my 3rd year watching this deer, and I believe he's 5 this year. I'm planning on trying to kill him if I can, or him or the 16, whichever I kill first. But anyway, so every year he's done basically the same thing. He'll like wander through in August and then just disappear until like late October, then be very sporadic, and then toward the end of the season he'll be pretty daylight active on this property. So I put this camera here on these scrapes before I left for Kansas. I mean, ideally I'll just shoot the 18 and hunt this one next year, but I always want to have plans A through Z mapped out. So probably put some corn out over here because these scrapes have gone cold. This time of year, not really yet, but like immediately after Christmas, these even mature bucks will just be hammering corn piles. So that's pretty much going to be the strategy for the rest of the season. Baby 13 at 10 a.m. at this scrape, November 20th. Okay, here's a nice 8-pointer I don't recognize. A big body this morning at 7:43, which would actually be 6:43, but don't know what deer it is, and then me. So Baby 13 has been in here. Like I said, kind of sporadically, like basically what he did last year. So the first year he was a 13 pointer. That's why I call him Baby 13. And he was either 2 or 3, but I didn't get this property until January. You know, late season I feel like it's the hardest time to judge him, and then last year I really felt like he was 4, but then he looks 4 in this picture, so I'm not sure. But either way, I would shoot him at this point. This property's actually up for sale, so I'm not gonna be too picky. I've got another camera on a scrape, probably 700 or 800 yards from here on this same property. See if anything showed up on this scrape. Trying to download some pictures and the card thing randomly disconnects. Brand new. Piece of crap, come on. Punchy bucks. What the heck? Holy crap, the 16 was over here. December 7th. That joker is covering some ground. That's a mile away. That just goes to show you though, these bucks, as the rut's coming to an end, they cover more ground. Trying to find them last does. A mature 8 I've been seeing, and the 16 showed up December 7th. In basically 2 years, I've never had a picture of him over here. So I think I would basically consider that to just be an anomaly. Of course, I'm gonna keep a camera here and find out. He was here at 4:46 a.m. and he's headed that way. That's close enough. He could almost even be bedding over here sometimes, or crossing the road. I mean, unbelievable. I'm gonna put some corn out not far from here, not right here on this scrape, but not far away. I'm gonna take this corn and put it actually deeper into this property. Really don't want to take a chance of the 16 taking up residence here and eating corn, because then basically 2 years of homework and figuring out what he does on that side are kind of out the window. Walking back on one of my spots here in the city. I just got this one from a painting client. In theory, it should be an extremely good late season spot, because it backs up to a bunch of land that nobody can hunt. Well, not legally. And so if I'm putting some corn out late season, should be able to draw them over. And there's no telling what that other property's holding. I'm not going to say how many acres it is, because somebody will look it up and find it, but it's a lot. Well, that was my 5th or 6th property I stopped at today and got baited up. I was wanting to do one more. I still might, but it's getting kind of late. I don't want to be moving around right at dark. But I might do it another day. It's actually a property I probably won't even hunt, but there's a huge 3-year-old, probably close to 130, that I just wanted to see if he lived. Hey! Yeah.
Tammy, how you doing, man? Good to see you.
Doing good. How about you? That was my landowner just saying hey, basically. But anyway, let's see. I might go, well, it was 4 o'clock. I probably won't even go put nothing out at that other property. But it ain't no hurry. Like I said, I'm just trying to see if that huge 3-year-old lived. If he makes it, I'm going to be hunting him hard next year. Well, I'm just getting off work. It's 5:03, so I got literally like an hour of daylight left. And for some reason, I just got a wild hair to go climb a tree behind my house and just see if I see anything. So that's what I'm gonna do, I reckon. Somebody's freaking here. God, a whole lot of friends is here. Definitely going hunting now. I got a little 3D course back here. Walked up on my hog target, and I was like, what the heck is that? Anyway, I'm gonna ease back here and get up a tree and see if I can see something. Halfway up the tree, bumped her. Bedded down about 75 yards away. I could have shot one of those does, but that's not really what I'm here for. I'm just here to be here. If you're lucky enough to be in a tree, you're lucky enough. Just out here enjoying 30 minutes of daylight I got left. It's 72 degrees and I'm getting swarmed by mosquitoes. Just walked in the house and realized I forgot to even load my gun. So I guess it's a good thing nothing did show up. Well, it's December 12th. Didn't see anything. It's December 17th. Does come in right at dark. That was it. The past few weeks have been challenging, as is typical for this time of year. December always is real slow for daylight buck movement for me, but in about a week or a week and a half, a switch is going to flip and it is going to be wide open. So I'm counting on that. I'm about to go just feed my deer some more. Alright, here's a mature long brow buck, 8-pointer at night. I think he's a 4-year-old, maybe a 5-year-old. Broke off buck, or jacked up buck. Okay, baby 13 in here at night. The first night, no, second night. Oh crap. Yesterday afternoon, baby 13 in daylight right here. You gotta be kidding me. Oh my God. Yesterday afternoon. I would be here this afternoon, but it's my freaking anniversary. That deer's a giant. I'm gonna get this corn out, get the heck out of here. I got a blind right there. That's it. I mean, that. If he makes any kind of habit of doing that, it's gonna be a bad year for him. That right there really is a testament to studying these deer and their individual personalities and habits. This is my 3rd year watching that deer, and every year he's very daylight active on this property this time of year. So walking back here to check this other spot by some scrapes where the baby 13 was. He wasn't showing up there in daylight. I put some corn out, and that's also where the 18 showed up that one time. Looks like that same long brow buck's in here too. The 16 was over here again last night. What on earth? It's crazy, the deer he was old last year. Normally you think about the older they get, their range shrinks. Not the case with this one. A mature, big mature 7-pointer that just showed up. He's actually showing up in daylight. He's a man too. Love to be able to try to get Tyler on him. He is a stud. Dude, these bucks are locked up in here, man. Another mature one with every single thing broke off shows up. Good Lord at the body on that deer though, man. In like a week, 2 mature bucks that I've never had pictures of showed up here eating corn. One in daylight. I mean, you'll have new bucks show up and they will hammer that corn this time of year. It's crazy. But what else is crazy is the 18-pointer was here at 2 a.m. Only time he come through all week was last night. He was here at 2 a.m. and then at 4:30 he was a mile away. So that's nuts. Just got the baby 13 in daylight. So I've got the 18 kind of located. He's traveling more than he used to, but he's doing about the same thing as normal, just covering more ground, but still kind of centrally located in the same area. And I've had him show up in daylight once and right on the fringe of daylight a couple times in the last couple weeks. And then I've got baby 13 located, and he was in daylight yesterday afternoon, which I'd be hunting him this afternoon if it wasn't my anniversary. But anyway, so basically the late season plans kind of laid out. Hunt those 2 deer, and you know, I'd be happy with either one of those I can get. You know, I'd rather kill the 18 and hunt baby 13 next year, but you know, I'm not gonna turn him down if he's showing up in daylight. And then I've got a couple more properties that just traditionally have new bucks show up late season, so I'll run some cameras on those. But we've more or less got a plan come together. Just gotta hunt and see what happens. Got a couple more states I'm gonna go to also, so.
I'm sitting on this 18-pointer. I'm sick. I freaking threw up on the way walking in one time, but I kind of felt better after I threw up, so I'll be alright. It's about noon. I think I'm gonna ease on out of here. I haven't seen anything. I'm gonna probably go hunt that deer I call baby 13 this afternoon.
Well, hunted all day, didn't see a deer. about the time you get discouraged is when they show up. So I'm not gonna get discouraged. It's December 28th. I'm over here and try to shoot that big old giant doe that was blowing at us. So, but I'll shoot any doe really.
How much you want to bet I see 12 spikes, 14 3-pointers, a 4-pointer, a 5-pointer, 3 or 4 6-pointers, 2 7-pointers, and a little 2-year-old 8-pointer, and no does.
Well, it's January 4th. I'm about to slide in here and hunt. I'm not even sure if I've seen a deer from the stand since I got back from Kansas at the end of November. And of course, I've been mostly buck hunting. And you know, a lot of times you either see the one you're after or you don't see anything. But that being said, the sightings of the 16 or 18 pointer, even on camera, have gone to basically once a week at night, which is exactly the opposite of this time last year. Which I can't figure out what he's doing. Getting pictures of them a mile away on other properties that I have and stuff like that, and just don't make any sense. So anyway, I mean, normally this year, right around January 4th or 5th is when it really starts to get good. But right now, I'm just going to slide into a spot where I feel like I have a pretty good chance of seeing a doe and see if I can get a doe. Just, you know, it's just been a hard, long month. I mean, hunted most days. If I hadn't hunted, I've scouted. So just, I mean, I'm just ready to pull the trigger. So get out here and see if I can shoot a doe.
was probably 7-8 yards right there behind me.
Go figure. Set out and try to kill a doe and end up seeing 4 or 5 baby bucks. But that was pretty dang cool getting that spike right there close to me. But anyway, just got this cold front rolling in, so I'm gonna be back buck hunting this afternoon. So 3 out of the last 4 years I've killed a buck the last week, and this year I've got like an extra 2 or 3 weeks in this county to bow hunt. So I'm optimistic we can make something happen.